okay, let it be known. I'm working hard when I ain't on the phone. This ain't a home, this ain't a phone. Grind never stopping, I'm keeping it cold.
What's up, you guys? This is Lady Di with Dating to Marriage Support. Thanks for, damn. Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Lady Di with Dating to Marriage Support. If you are new here, please hit the subscribe button. Also, like this video. I wanted to get into a touchy topic with something that I've tried to start about a year ago. And I want to show you guys what that is. But before I do that, I want you to watch this clip.
Because white women are split. 6% of white women in the UK now identify as feminists. So white women, and where is she at? In the UK. So they're going to flock to her because her message is positive, resonating. And the one thing particular about white women is that no matter how they participate in feminism, their marker in life was that they were supposed to be marriageable women. So once they start losing in that arena, they're going to give up. They're going to give up. But black women now are still in this space saying it doesn't matter. I'm independent. Doesn't matter that 1 in 9 of us under 50 are married. Doesn't matter. Still my career. All of that. So that's going to have a negative effect on how you can, a black content creator can actually break, this cycle. So it's a vicious.
I got so much backlash, so much name calling and everything. So before I tell you what that is, I'm just going to show you. So let's get into it right here. So this is a post that I had made about a year ago. See, it says April 2021, right? So my question I had was, hello to all. I am looking for 20 women who are interested in wife training school. Serious inquiries only. Okay, this is something that I made. This is something that I made a year ago. I was literally, seriously inquiring for 20 women, right? I've been married for quite a while, and I wanted to share what I have learned and to enlighten others with all the positivity that I have. And I was actually asking because I really wanted 20 women because I was starting my wife's school. This is my first time doing it. And I was very disturbed and taken back from all the negative comments that I received. I wasn't expecting to get all of the negative comments. I thought women wanted to be wives, but apparently not. It was like, what's going on? So let's get into these comments. So let me see right here. Let's go. So this was in a community post that I've made where I am at locally. And this was like one of the top posts that had kind of went off. What I'm saying is not viral, but it had a lot of attention. This page gets a lot of attention, but not all posts gets a lot of attention. But one of my posts did. So 178 likes, 242 comments, 25 shares, right? Now, the people who shared it, not all the people who shared it said stuff that was positive. Some of them said stuff that was negative. So let's see. This one says, I was always taught that a man would marry you when he wants to. So if he not doing anything to be your forever, then he not the one for you. I'm sorry. All this woman training is weird personally. The only thing women need to train for are their own needs as far as education, health, working for money, and self-care. Someone suggested therapy, and that sounded like a good idea too. So she was basically talking bad about my post. See, and that's the problem. Why can't we learn from each other? I'm saying, hey, I have a happy, blissful marriage. Why can't I share light to you guys? She's saying, no, we don't need that. That's weird. That's weird. Let's focus on our own needs. Well, that's a little ignorant because that's the selfish part of it. It's not about our own needs. What about community building? How are we going to help each other if we're just focused on ourselves? So let's see. Some of them wasn't, okay, they just shared. So this one was supporting. Let's see what else. This one says it's kind of giving slavery. How is this post giving slavery? Slavery. How is that giving slavery? We trying to say, hey, if you want to be a wife, this is how you do it. There's not one way to be a wife, but here's an idea. How is that slavery? I thought you guys wanted to be married. Someone said, the fuck is wife training school? Negative. Let's see what the comments are saying. Someone said, last time someone said something like this to me, I called her an old hag. My husband's sister decided to tell him to me that she could teach me how to be a proper housewife. Someone said, what the F? Another person says, it's funny, but I do feel like it could be helpful to some women who primarily have getting a husband as their objective. A lot of women nowadays think they can bring themselves and a man will marry them. I feel like she could have changed the name of the training to be more attractive. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about real quick. So this is the thing. As you can see right now, my name is Dating to Marriage Support, right? And I had the name of wife training a year ago. This is the name that I chose because to me, when you are trying to elevate in something, you train for it. That's all it is. You train for it. And my issue is, why are these words so sensitive to people? Someone said, oh, we're not dogs. So when you go to your job and you have to train, are they calling you a dog? No, you're just training for the position. Why are we so sensitive to words? Why is it so triggering? Why is it called slavery? These are things that we have to work on as a people. It should not be something that you look at as bad. It should be something positive. Like the lady was saying in that post. She agreed, but then she went back and said, well, the name should have changed. Why? We are training. I was trained. I had, mentors. I inquired, I asked people who were married for 30 years. And then I had to do some training on my own. Yes. So why can't I call it training? I'm not triggered by the word training. Obviously, I called it wife training. So to have something so triggered, let's stop worrying about these words. These words are not going to help us. We need to worry about what the message is being set. So let's get back into it. All right. So not all of the shares were positive is what I was trying to show you. So one of the comments says, what in the world is wife school? You got how many? 4 laughs. Okay. So the other people liked it. So let me get into some of these comments here. Hold on 1 second. Here we go. So I said to this lady, for women who want to be married but are having a hard time, or young women who want to be married, or women married but spouse complains they are being disrespected, etc. Mentoring workshop to help get the underlying issues resolved, which comes from things like insecurities and not loving yourself, to be a better you, teaching how to be a wife and a whole, generally speaking. You see all that? Is this even necessary? Is this even necessary with the wows and all that stuff? Finally, at least I got 3 loves and 1 likes, right? So she goes, are you for real? You are a wife coach? Like, why am I getting so many laughs? I'm trying to understand. Yes, I'm a goddamn wife coach. I've been married, and it's not that I've been married for a certain amount of time. Because people like this, oh, I've been married 50 years, but were you happy? No, I've been actually happy, okay? So yes, I am a wife coach. So then someone said, the lady responds and says, okay, LOL, the name wife school sounds so bad, but after your explanation, it sounds like an empowerment school for women that are married. Awesome. All right, so my response changed her mind, and I was so happy about that. Someone says, I was thinking marriage coach, which does sound interesting. Okay. I'm going to go back to this lady's comment because she was very positive. All right, cool. Someone says, do you have husband training compatible? Course, I guess what I'm asking is, are you serious? So that's why my husband is here, as you guys saw. All right. Let me get into the negative comments. I did have positive ones, and there was a lot of people backing me up. But this part of the video is to show you how disturbed our community is. Okay. So, let's see. Those are all positive. All right, let's see what this lady is saying. Now, this is what I said to someone. I said, I expect to get negative responses just as well as positive. There is no age limit, because someone asked a late age limit, but I must know my audience first. This is something that is not common in our society, but normal overseas. It is something that is needed in our community. And as a woman and as a whole, let's not always blame the man for the man in every failed relationship, when sometimes it could be us. This is not to hurt anyone, but to help uplift each other. And number one problem today is women always bring drama to their woman with nasty responses. There, like what I was saying was about gossip. You know how, you as a female, you gossip to your girlfriends about anything that's going on in your life, and it's always mostly negative. All right. I continue to say there is a way to speak which is respectful in all circumstances. If you are interested in learning more, DM your email and I will send you the information. Okay, so this is more insight on what I'm trying to, bring to the table. Like I said, this was a year ago, April to be exact. All right. So someone says, yep, negativity is the reason why some folks don't get ahead. Some people hate when they don't come up with an idea or just because. Exactly. All right. So she was agreeing with me there. Now, let me continue. Someone says, just curious, based on your description of what wife school entails, is it fair to say this is more about resolving interpersonal conflicts which impact all relationships versus training to become a wife? You see, she's trying to change what I'm trying to do. No, I said what I said. I said wife training. Now, what comes with wife training are the things that I've mentioned. But you see how she's basically triggered by my name, when you need to get the point of why I'm doing it. Forget the name. Names are not going to always be appealing. All right. So I said, Kimberly, yes, but a lot of us did not have any training to be a wife. Most of us were just thrown into a jungle and had to just learn in our own, which causes us to have 10 failed relationships before marriage and many divorces after marriage. So it is training to become someone's wife, yes. But I have been getting suggestions to change the name. Okay, so she says, I definitely think you should change the name, but this is your baby. Do what you feel. The description sounds awesome. All right, so yes, you see, everybody keeps saying change the name, change the name. All right, so let me get into some more comments that are, like I said, I'm going to focus on the negative so you can see what I saw. All right, so this lady says, society already pressures women into being a perfect wife, but never trains men on accountability of their role. We need a husband school first. So let me bring this back some. So what she is saying is, okay, first of all, we need to train these men before I become, you train me as to be a wife. Why are you looking at what a man needs to do? And that's an issue. Us in relationships as women, we always pointing the finger at the men. You need to do this. You need to do that. What about what you're doing? We're going to get to the men. Yeah, it's going to come as a whole. But right now, I'm a woman trying to help another woman. So let's not change what I'm trying to do and get to what I'm trying to do, which is training women. See, she was trying to change exactly what I wanted to do. She wanted to get straight to the man. No, it's going to start with us because we're the ones that are going to be picked. I know people saying, oh, pick me. No, we're the ones who are going to be picked, meaning as a man, they have to pick a woman. They're the ones that's going to get down on that one knee and say, hey, I love you. Will you marry me? Yes, that's being picked. It is what it is, right? So if you're the one that needs to be picked, then why shouldn't you have training first? Why is it that a man should be getting trained and he's trying to find someone? Who he's finding, who is he going to find if none of y'all was trained? It's going to start with you too. So that comment was irrelevant. Someone says to her, I agree, because if the husband is the head of the household, then he needs to be taught first. No, because when he goes out there to pick somebody and y'all not trained, he not picking none of y'all. That's why a lot of y'all single today. So someone else says, I agree. Not taking the time to invest in the development of the man cause much heartache and pain for the woman. The perfect wives out there are depressed because a man left them for another woman. Here we go, bringing in that stupid statistic. That's ridiculous. So I'm gonna go back to this comment. She says society already pressures women into being a perfect wife. I'm trying to see where and what world in this society are they pressuring women to be a perfect wife or a perfect anything. They're letting women do what the hell they want to do. All right, Cardi B's and everything. This is what people are looking up to. So where in your world do you see perfect? That's not perfect. So I said to the lady saying that the men should have training first. I said, I do not see where society is pressuring women into being perfect wives because all I see in society is teaching women how not to be women. Do you know that there are more deadbeat moms out there because of that logic? It's bad enough to have deadbeat dads, but most dads are not deadbeat. Just unstable-minded women keeping the children away from him. However, I do agree with what you are saying as far as the husband school. It is needed just as much. So I got a whole bunch of laughs and stuff on that. All right. So someone says, girls, read your first sentence and immediately called bullshit on the whole statement. All our lives we've been told we're not allowed to wear certain clothes because no man wants a woman that dressed that way. Plastic surgery, makeup, and skincare wouldn't be booming multi-trillion-dollar business if it weren't for the society pressuring women to be perfect all the time. First of all, that narrative is false. That narrative is false. When it comes to that makeup, you can't tell me your man is telling you to put on makeup. And I'm talking about majority. What majority of men is telling you guys to put on makeup? Where? If you work on your self-beauty, being natural, you don't have to do all of that. The reason why that business became multi-million-dollar is because you guys keep buying it. And it's not because a man told you to. So let's be real. And when it comes to the clothes, you guys choose what you want to put on. So if you're looking like a whore, you look like a whore, showing everything. Unless your man likes that, cool. That's what you guys like. But if you have a man that's saying, hey, I respect you to respect yourself. I would like for you to cover up a little bit. What is wrong with that? That's not being perfect. That's being a woman. So let's be real. Now, she continues saying, you're simply a pick-me that drag women to seek the approval of males, thinking they're going to deem you worthy of a wife material because of it. There is not even a hubby material phrase. That's how deeply rooted misogyny and pressure for women to be wives goes in this society. Not once have I heard a male tell another male, you'll never find a wife dressing and acting like that. First of all, that's false again. You don't have any male friends. You don't have any brothers. You don't have any male cousins. You don't have any father. You don't have a father. You don't have a stepfather. You don't have none of that. That's false. Men tell the truth all the time, especially if he's around a man who is doing well for himself. There are many men who tell the truth. Obviously, she don't have no male figures around her. This thing's back in high school. There were many guys picking on each other, say, yo, bro, your breath stink. Ha, ha, ha. Ew, I don't like them clothes you got on. Ha, ha, ha. They've been doing that since they was kids, and they continue to do it as an adult, but just more mature about it. So that's false. The problem is we as women don't tell each other the truth. Now, she continues to say, but females like you constantly spew that nonsense to women for your little male approval. So this is the thing. You're talking about male approval. If you want to be married, you're going to be married to a man, right? So if you're going to be married to a man, don't you want to look appealing to the man that you're trying to marry as much as you want him to be appealing to you? Like the Beyonce song Upgrade You, right? She's saying, I can upgrade you. All y'all women trying to upgrade men. But when a man try to upgrade you, you got a problem with that. And that's the issue that I have with this entire post that she mentioned. Now she has a problem that men want to upgrade her, but no, I can't do that. But I can upgrade you though. That's ridiculous. So All right, I'm going to continue. She goes, I am a woman. All women are women. And I don't need your desperate posts. My husband and I are watching Mortal Kombat together. And I don't live my life according to social sexist standards. First of all, if you're married, why are you on this post being I would call this a hater for sure. Because I'm doing something positive and you turned it into a negative. And then you're going to come around and say that you married. So if you married, why don't you give some insight and be like, yo, okay, can I join your wife's school as a teacher? Why she can't come on here saying that? Because she lying, she ain't married. Someone says motherhood and being a wife are different topics. If your passion is about motherhood, a parenting class would be perfect. All right, I never mentioned anything about none of that. I said what I said. All right. Someone says to that girl that says she's watching Mortal Kombat, says, how was your Mortal Kombat? My fiance and I were talking about it, right? They're having sly conversations. She also says, is there ever a part of this wife training class that brings in the partner? Because working on communication requires both parties to be present. Otherwise, it is one-sided. And then it leaves one partner doing the other work, salvage a relationship while the other is a passive participant. All right, that's why, what did I say in the post? I said, where are we? I'm sorry, you guys. Hello to all. I'm looking for 20 women who are interested in wife training, serious inquiries only. I also said in one of the comments, make sure you DM me and I will give you all the details. So if you really was serious about it, you would have DM'd me, right? You would DM me and we could get straight to it instead of coming on here talking about all this nonsense. This is why a lot of women don't want to change, because they think about all this negative stuff. And this is what they do in their relationships. Everything is negative. Why does everything have to be negative? All right. So let's see. She goes, I don't understand. If I were to go to a free consultation with a mental health counselor, they would not ask me to stay tuned to find out how they would help me. They answer questions and explain their mythology to see if we would be a good fit. You can't tell me how I'm gonna run my business. I already gave many explanations. You just don't know how to read, right? People keep saying the same thing over and over again. I already said, if you are interested, DM me. And I'm going to tell you in the DM what to expect. And I already said it on here as well, not just in the DM, but on this post. And I replied to her, but she wants to continue to be negative. All right. Also, let's see what is this lady saying? That's interesting. Many people go about their marriages differently. Is this course geared towards certain beliefs and concepts within a marriage? For example, some households expect a husband to be the sole provider, while others do 50-50, while some may have the wife as a main provider. I said to her, that is right, Jessica, 50-50 marriages and submissive marriages. I cover both, knowing every household is different. Okay, so I am responding to people, of course, but if you're going to come at me disrespectfully, you're going to get a comment that's not going to be so insightful. All right. Now, someone says, wait, what? She got 7 laughs at that. Someone put the face with the eyebrow up. Is your husband doing husband trainings simultaneously? All right. So I said, yes, I would DM you to get to your email. Okay. Someone finally says, I could be one of the trainers. So I have there's a lot of people that was actually saying that. Okay. Someone says, make sure wedding night is a full chapter. He got some mean comments. Someone threw up. Okay. Someone said, good job for having the will and courage to do this. Awesome. Someone laughed at that. All right. Someone else says, no one asks y'all opinion. People are just rude, weird, and wants to be seen or heard. I commend you because there are tons of females out here that don't have mothers or mother figures to teach them these type of things. Way to go. Best of luck. This is the logic that I'm talking about. This is what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting to get all these negative comments. So someone says, like it or not, posting on social media opens you up to the world of opinions. And she was like, mothers don't charge for love courses either. All right, well, I'm not your mother. All right, so you're going to have to pay up on that. Because in order to become a wife, it's going to take a whole lot of training. just so you could, keep your marriage happy. Okay, someone says, hey guys, there is an extreme difference of an opinion or just being rude. It can have you removed and blocked. Okay, that was a moderator. They were removing people because some people were calling me out my name, which I probably won't be able to see and show you here. Okay, someone says, I think you should come up with a different name for your school because that sounds a little 1945-ish. See, here we go with the name change again. So I said, it probably does, but those marriages lasted more than today. Thanks for your feedback. All right. So she goes, longevity in a marriage or any relationship is not anything to praise. The quality of the relationship is more important. Many of our grandparents and great-grandparents had long-lasting marriages out of the convenience of the obligation. Many of them endured miserable marriages, thus in old age. We noticed many of them lived as roommates. So I said, every marriage is different. So it would never be 100% of happy marriages because everyone on this earth are not good. So I was saying healthy marriages lasted longer. See, they missed that whole point. I'm not talking about negative, terrible marriages, but at least they stayed, and that's their business, right? So if they want to be miserable, at least they stayed. So let's be real with that. But I was actually talking about healthy marriages lasted longer than these no substantial marriages today. Marriage is not a game that you just turn on and off when you feel like playing. Marriage is 100% of sacrifice and commitment, and obligation to do your part just like the husband does. That's a marriage. It's both. Okay, someone asked about husband school again. I told her yes. All right, the lady responds and says, my grandmother frequently looked at my grandfather like she hated him, and she also seemed afraid. If she was afraid, she would have left. So let's not throw these tactics out there and say what you thought she was, all right? Together, they raised my mother, who was a narcissist. I mean, I found out through ancestry DNA that my grandmother had cheated, and there is a very common thread of DNA results. And if any lasting relationship should be looked at, it is a college graduate who married after starting career they enjoy. Regardless of how you guys start off on your marriage, honestly, it's not going to change the type of partner that you choose. Okay, it's not going to change that. You could be successful, you could be making more than 6 figures, but you still could choose a bad partner. So let's not mix in careers and school with this. Now, can you meet your partner at school? Yeah, but this is not saying that you're going to meet the right person. So let's take that part out of it. All right. So let's see. Someone says, whoa, those marriages lasted because women did not have the same opportunity to work and were often not the main breadwinners. So it was stay in the marriage or poverty. And it wasn't until the 70s when no-fault divorces came into play that people could have leave mutually unhappy marriages without having to lie to the courts. And don't even get me started on the abuse rates and the stigma behind speaking out against your husband. Yikes. All right. She's just throwing out stuff that she heard. Where's the statistics at? Not everybody that stayed married back then were terrible people. No, a lot of them were happy. You just talking about the negative stuff. What about the happy couples? You're telling me it was more unhappy than happy? That's not true. Women back in the day were not raised like how we're raised today. We're raised by Cardi B's in the society. Were they looking at Cardi B's back in the day? No. They were natural, wearing their afros. They were modest. That's not something that someone's going to be unhappy about. And not all men are abusers. So let's take that stigma out of that. Someone says, that's funny. Someone asked, what is exactly wife training? Someone was like, girl. Okay, let's see. Someone said, I don't mind being a teacher, married 13 years, so I had some more support. Like I said, this was a year ago, you guys. So someone says, wife training, what the fuck is that? So I said, teaching women how to be wives. The one who want the service. Everyone did not have a mother or grandmother raising them. So she goes, can you really train or teach someone to be a wife? I doubt it. But regardless, I wish you the best in your business. How are you going to insult me and then give me encouraging words? That's negative. Women got to stop doing that. So I said, how could you doubt what you don't know? Are you married? She goes, divorced early. But again, good luck. See, she's trying to be dismissive. She don't want me to go in on her with that. So I just told her, because I'm positive as well, obviously, join my class, sis. None of us are perfect, but we all could learn. It is not just about being a wife, also coaching on finances, business, prioritizing, and more. I don't think she didn't respond to that. So someone says, right idea, wrong concept. All right, the concept that she's talking about is my name. My name got so much backlash. So I said, you don't know the concept, but thanks for your input. She said it was an LOL, meaning a joke. The wording of the post IMO was a bit off. See, that's what I was saying. It was the name. So don't take back what you meant, because that's what you said. How are you going to say, oh, it was a LOL, it was a joke, but then you're going to come back and give me your insight? Come on. Let's have clear communication. The IMO was a bit off, which is why I said wrong concept. But I personally am not tripping. If you're not tripping, get off my page with that. I don't like people that do that. That's mad two-faced. Okay, someone says, I stopped at the first sentence because you obviously left that under the wrong comment. Who are you talking about? So this is someone that was supporting me. Yeah, they were going back and forth. All right, so let's see what this person says. Y'all sound like All Lives Matter crew. Women is the neck that turns the head. Men. Women really have all the power when they don't fight like a man, but hey, go continue to learn your power. All right, someone says this is a great idea. I like info, please. Okay, someone says no shade, but it's someone who has been married for more than 20 years teaching this. So this is what I was saying before. I don't care how long you've been married. As long as you have some years, right? It don't have to be an exact amount, like 20, 30, 50 years. All right, we're looking at the important part of that person's marriage. You don't have to be married 20 years to know if someone is living or walking in a positive light. You look at someone's marriage and be like, wow, I like how they able to, let's say, work together. Let's stop looking at these years, because the positive part you can get from a positive couple is what you need to look at. Let's not look at the years. Yes, I have people that I know that are mentoring me that have been married 20, 30 years, and they are encouraging me to do this. Why? Because I'm a young face, and they see how me and my husband walk. They would never promote me to do something if they see that we have a shitty marriage. All right. So I said, there will be women married under and over 20 years. She goes, exactly. That's why I question someone without the longevity. Let's see. So I said, you could learn from anyone, just like someone who graduates from college training who was not experienced, but have the knowledge to do the job. They were trained to understand what needs to go on. If not, why go to college? If not, why are owners hiring them? She goes, because theory and application are two distinctly different things. I said, if you are here to question my position in my business, then you could stop right there. You don't know me or my experience. If you are interested in attending and want to learn more information, send me a DM with your email. Thanks for your input. She says, I'm having a conversation and exchanging ideas. Wow, it's social media. That's not exchanging ideas. What you're doing is implementing something that I'm not even talking about. You're trying to discredit me by saying if there's women over 20 years. No, it's about longevity. No, everything I said to her was no. So I said, I suggested in previous posts to send you an email to your DM. And non-combative people did that. If you fish through the comments, you would see many people giving suggestions with me accepting it, but you did not do that. Thanks for your comment. She said, I don't read entire threads. So you see, this is an issue. If you're not reading an entire thread, get off my page. Someone says, love the concept. I just wish it was called something else. The whole time. Someone else says, I was raised under an awesome marriage, 45 years strong and counting, along with being influenced by my grandparents and great aunts, 55 years plus. My grandparents, 65 years before my grandfather passed. However, I had married someone who did not have the privilege of seeing great marriage. Our marriage failed, not because I didn't know how to be a wife, but he didn't know how to be a husband. He later apologized, but I didn't want to be back in that again. It is equally important for men to know how to be a husband. So long story short, she's just saying have a husband school. Okay, so I said everyone has a different background and different story to tell. All of us were not as fortunate to see strong marriages in order to keep one. One must seek mentoring and or coaching to understand the value of marriage. We are offering support for the men as well. Thanks for your feedback. So someone says that's interesting. Another person says, I've been told repeatedly by both men and women that I should give a class. So she was wanting to do that. Someone says, yes, someone already did this and made a cult look up Roe wife school. Now, I don't know if you guys ever heard of the Roe wife school. This man actually had a wife school, and it was pretty much like a cult. Eventually, the person that he was married to, they divorced, and the whole business ended. Not because they divorced, but because it was a scam. All right. But just because you've seen that does not mean that's what I'm doing. So that could stop right there. All right. So I said, I've seen, and there are similar programs that are not. Mine would not be like that. I am as normal as you. All right. Someone says, this is actually a real thing. My church used to do this. If you weren't taught, then you wouldn't know. Some responsibilities of a woman and her family should know and have. The same with the men as a husband. Right? So she's giving more insight on what I'm trying to say. There's people that want info. Now there's someone here that says, as someone who's about to be a wife, I didn't have the opportunity to learn how to be a wife and see positive relationship. We're usually taught, don't let no man put their hands on you. And that is, but it's all based on personal experience. I think this is a great what she's doing, and everyone's talking about the name. What else should she call it? It's straight to the point. Why downplay a business that she's trying to start? That's rude. We're supposed to lift each other up. If you're not interested, move on. Simple as that. She was one of the most supportive people in this chat. She actually helped with knocking down some of the comments. All right. Someone says, all right, she thinks it's a great idea. We was trying to, join business there. Let's see, interested. Someone says, why not a marriage class though? I said, we will have marriage counseling for those who need it, which helps marital problems between partners that is different from this training. Someone mentioned that Roe wife school. You guys look up Roe wife school because that was a complete cult. Someone says, ma'am, don't make me say it. Yeah, they trying to be funny. Someone says, as a relationship coach, I'm interested. So more collabs. Someone says, huh? Someone says, I need to know your dating background. Okay. Someone says, maybe instead of training, maybe wife preparation because wife training is coming off offensive. Okay. Someone says, hi, forensic psych major here. I understand wife training raises eyebrows and gets people to listen to the pitch. But, and this is a huge but, in order to get a relationship to work all, I say all because this includes poly relationships. Parties have to be involved, and all parties should most definitely see the individual therapist. When you are dealing with intergenerational trauma, that affects people on fundamentally different levels. Individual therapy is needed to improve self-worth. It allows them to reflect on their own personal experiences instead of a one-size-fits-most approach. Are group conversations helpful? Absolutely. However, this feels a bit gimmick and cringeworthy in the way of male pickup artist books, as in it will bring in women who feel fed up with dating but not actually get the root of the issue. Okay, I didn't respond to that because at this point, which I'm gonna get into, they were trying to promote something for me. So yes, okay, I agree with the personal therapy for sure. Of course, we all should have some type of therapy. Now, that is before you get into a marriage. Now, with my company, we provide those things. I have therapists, but did she ask that? No, she went straight to sitting here pointing a finger on what I don't have. It's a school. So what is a school without the necessary teachers? I cannot teach it by myself. I don't do those type of things by myself. Yes, I'm going to do things by myself, but I'm going to have a team of people around me. But did you ask? No. That's what we're talking about. Always pointing the finger. Let's stop that. All right. So you would get therapy in my school if you need it. We will see what's going on and we will try to help you the best that we can. Okay. So someone asked, is it biblically based? This would be interesting. I said most definitely biblically based. Okay. So I said yes. Someone said you're doing God's work, which obviously this is my calling. That's what I'm doing. Someone says, whatever money people would consider putting into a wife school, highly suggest trying a therapist first. A therapist is not going to teach you how to be a wife. Let's be clear. It's just going to help you with your traumas. All right. But after you work on your traumas, you're still going to be stuck because you don't know what you're going to do with a man, or let's say a man with a woman. All right. Someone says, I haven't taken the class and I don't have any knowledge of content, but why can't we hold our opinions until we see what she has to offer? Suggesting therapy is fine. I have clients I will not work with until they seek therapy. Can we reserve judgment? There we go. All right. So some of the comments were removed, you guys, so I can't show you all of it. We had some heavy moderators in here, but they also supported me. Now, this right here, after I made that post, this lady right here, you guys go subscribe to her channel, Latasha Carpenter. Now, she actually seen the post and she wanted to do a live interview with us, which I will post that into the chat. She wanted to do a live interview with us because she's like, wow, wife school, how to be a whole wife, right? She wanted to definitely get into it. And we actually had an interview. I think it was like a week later. So that was our first live appearance. Like I said, this was a year ago. We were trying to do it. But we got so much backlash that it was like, I don't even know if I should do it. Is the community needing it? And guess what, you guys? After I asked for the 20 girls, I actually got more than 20 girls. I had about 30 girls that went into my DM. Okay, they were interested. But then when I put it on my website, I put all of the required information. It was very detailed. You were not going to miss any information. And if you did, they could have emailed me. But everything was out there showing exactly what you're going to get. They were interested in that. But as soon as I put that price, they were like, I can't afford it. My class was going to be 5 weeks. Okay. We was going to do 5 weeks at a time. 5 weeks, you was going to get the full deal. About 3 to 4 days a week for 5 weeks. So I had a price to accommodate my time and to accommodate everything that I had to put involved into the school. But what, as women, people do today, they invest in what they want to invest in. They could have definitely put in the dollars to do that, just like you do with anything else. If you want to be a wife, and I'm showing you, because you obviously agreed, you've seen from what you can see, you see that I got that together. You were like, no. So I was, like, okay, well, maybe it's not time yet because the community is not wanting it. They're not willing to invest into it. So I took a halt. You guys, because I didn't want to waste my time into doing something that people did not want. And then after that, I got pregnant again, and I have my child now. He's 1. Okay. So I continued to do what I was doing as a wife and as a mother already. But in the back, my school was manifesting. I've networked and met great people along the way after the year. And, I'm considering doing the wife training again one day soon. We'll see what happens. With that, I wanted to share that with you guys. So with that, I decided to change the name for many reasons. One, it was just too much backlash for me. So I was like, I don't know, wife training. I still have wife training on my website. If you guys go in there, it's still wife training. So I decided to call my class wife training, but the name of my business is called Dating to Marriage Support. Another reason why I changed that is because, we are doing men and women. So I wanted to make sure that men, when they see this name, they're like, okay, I'm going to click on that. Because I don't think men would click on wife training unless they're trying to get it for their wife. But for them, they might not think, okay, well, I don't know if this is for men, or can I bring my son here? I don't want that message to be missed. So here we are today, Dating to Marriage Support. So like I said, you guys, I wanted to show that this is what I wanted to do a while ago. And I will consider bringing it back because I do get a lot of positive feedback since I've been coming public to the social media. I didn't go public with social media at the time when I posted that. I just was going to do it locally in my community. But I started going public on social media in August this year, 2022. And I've been pushing, being very consistent into what I'm trying to portray to everyone. And I respect all of the support that I am getting. But if you see or want this to happen, please email me at diverse91@gmail.com, which you can see on my YouTube channel. In my About section, you can see my collaboration email. Please email me there. If you want this in your community, I'm doing this as a workshop, so it could be in person or it could be online. It just depends on what you guys want. If you know someone who is interested and 20 girls, or of a few different people, it doesn't have to be 20, I'm just saying, and you think it's a need, please DM me whenever you have the need to do it. But in the meantime, me and my husband are doing husband and wife support. So you could go on my website. Let me show you that. Right here. You go on my website. Wife and husband support is available for booking. Visit www.datingtomarriagesupport.com. You can go on my website and do that. But so I just wanted to share that with you and let you see all the backlash and pick me names that I was called, okay? I was called every name in the book, but like I said, they removed it. All right, so thanks for watching. Make sure you hit the like button, you subscribe, and you go check out my website.
Artlist.io.
I believe one day, I believe in the future. I believe
Music licensing reimagined.
I believe what you truly desire, you can bring to pass. All you need is a focus and the story to hold, and the faith that you can achieve what's inside your soul. Someday we'll make it on by. Other days we only can try. Either way, no matter what people say. Either way,
Artlist.io.
we're gonna get. Someday we'll make it on by. Someday. Other days we only can try. Either way, no matter what people say. Either way, we're gonna get better. Know that you can make it. All the time, cause they will try to take it.
Music
Keep it
licensing
close, 'cause they will try
reimagined.
to shake it. But whatever you do, don't let them break it. Cause each moment's just a new chance to take into your own hands and shape the life you see inside your dreams. Someday we'll make it on by. Someday. Other days we only can try. Either way, no matter what people say. Either way, we're gonna get.
Artlist.io.
Someday we'll make it on. Someday we'll make it. Other days we only can try. Either way, no matter what people say. Either way, we're gonna get better. In your heart there lives a dream for your soul to master.
Music licensing
From the moment that
reimagined.
you breathe, get to chasing after, yeah. All that you want, all that you ever dreamed. You can make anything of this life. Someday we'll make it on by. Other days we only can someday try. We only try. No matter what people say. Either way, we're gonna get.
Artlist.io.
Someday, other days we only can try. Other days, no matter what people say. No matter what they say, we gonna get. Someday we'll make it on by. Someday, other days we only can try. Other days, no matter what people say.
Music licensing reimagined.
Someday we'll make it on by. Other days we only can try. We're gonna get, we're gonna get someday we'll make it on by. Other days we only can try. Either way, no matter what people say. Either way, we're gonna get better.